Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another live stream. Where we going? I just made a Bitcoin video, but I haven't published it, just a short form video. And man, that 100-day EMA holding a support, the 20-day EMA acting as resistance. Where are we going to go from here? It's September. Yay, September. September sucks. I mean, hey, NFL season starts today, so I'm excited about that. Hello, La Belle, GM Green Vein, Nick, good morning. I don't think we're really going to do anything until that unemployment report comes out tomorrow. So today's just going to be kind of blah. All right, what else? Hello, Baron. Hope all the family's well. Yeah, we're doing all right. Yeah, can't complain. I got up extra early today. Went to the gym. I mean, I go to the gym every day, but I went to the gym extra early today. Hello, Chris. How we looking? Yeah. Getting the miles in. So yeah, Q4, good feeling. Yeah, I think Q4 is going to be good. But you know, how are we looking? Every chart that I've made 3 videos. I've already recorded 3 videos, 3 short form videos today. All 3 of them on Bitcoin, XRP, and Chainlink. It's the same thing on all 3 of those. It's just where we are at a point of indecision. And I fear that what's going to happen with at least those 3 cryptos, but by extension the rest of the market, is short term, that we're going down and not up. So how far down? I mean, you know, revisiting the 20-week SMA for Bitcoin, that's at 108. XRP could get down to 250 or so. Chainlink, I'm not sure. That's my thoughts. So, chest and arms. So, man, I've only been squatting and doing cardio. So I squatted today and did cardio. And it's mostly because of injuries. I hurt my elbow, I hurt my shoulder, and now I'm starting to feel some pain in my hip. So maybe I should need to what do I do, man? Maybe I should just give up. I'm not going to give up. But as long as we have a Q4 bull run, I'm good. Yeah, we're more likely than not going to have a Q4 bull run. But what if we don't? You know, I mean, I'm not, it's not do or die for me with Q4. Q4 should be good. Hear that from me. But I know a lot of people are putting way too much hope in Q4 that for them, it's if it doesn't happen in Q4, it's not going to happen at all. We're going to go into bear market, see you in 2028. And I think that's absolute nonsense. That's nonsense. So thoughts on Trump's new rug pull? All right. I'm not calling it a rug pull. I know a lot of people, you know, especially if you hate Trump, you're going to call it a rug pull. All that I can tell you is that thing is not worth $17.58 billion. So it launched, it got up to $36 billion, and now it's at 17.5. I was like, I'm shorting this thing. And you know what? I'm in a short. And my short is doing well. And I'm not done shorting it yet. Not even close. So, you know, you're calling a crypto that's worth $17.5 billion right now a rug pull. I think that's a bit of a stretch. I feel like September will be a yo-yo effect. Maybe. So basically chop, it's what we expected for September. Yeah, you know, we had that dump leading into September. I thought that was a little too much. September is not usually, I mean, historically, it's not a terrible, like it's not, we've never had a huge dump in September. It's just the best ever returns we've had for Bitcoin in September have been 7%. So it's just like, don't expect huge gains in September. I expect us to be positive for this month. Let's see, you can still push to failure, just will take more reps. Yeah, that's true. Don't squat at your age. Trust me, look into some peptides for injury and do that TRT we discussed. Man, that's like telling me no more happiness. I love squatting, Dave. Do a little warm-up walk beforehand. I've been doing a 10-minute warm-up on the elliptical. Mr. Cuz. Mr. Cuz is back from his cave after so long. You know, Mr. Cuz is bearish, everybody. That makes me feel good. You disappeared, Mr. Cuz. Could it be that, we went higher than you thought? And now you're coming in and you're bearish because you're feeling good about yourself? You know, you're going to look smart in the end. You're just going to look stupid until then. So it's been so long, Mr. Cuz. You can't say because you short it. I don't know what you're saying, Hassan. This run has gone on for too many months now. It's very hard to predict from now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I 100% agree with you. Weekly on Bitcoin and ETH has room to shoot up IMO. I mean, after going from 124 to 107, it would make sense for Bitcoin to go higher short term. Companies have to refinance towards end of year bearish. Is that something specific about this year? Because it's like Q4 is in crypto and stocks usually a very good quarter. Get into cycling. Thoughts on Tezos this cycle? Let me look at Tezos. I'm only messing around with like very large market cap cryptos and meme coins. So Tezos had a big pump. You know, now anytime I see a junk coin like Tezos pump the way it did, I'm licking my lips. I'm like, give me an opportunity to short this thing. I'm kind of in mourning right now. My short on Pith closed at my take profit level. And now I'm like, what do I do? I'm just kind of sitting around. I'm like, come on, can some random junk coin pump so I can short it? But Tezos, I mean, it did that. And now, I mean, it's probably going to form a higher low. I mean, whatever. ABC correction after that. Maybe now's a good time to get into Tezos. I'm just like, I'm not messing around with smaller markets. I mean, it's not that it's super small, but like for me, it's like top 20, top 30. That's all I'm messing around with. Did you miss me? Mr. Cuz, I did not miss you, not even a little bit. I did think about you the other day. I was like, man, where's Mr. Cuz been? You can do the squats, but got to be on the sauce. Oh, man. Bullish. Winning, I'd say crabbish. Ziggy, thank you for the follow. Christian, good afternoon. Davo, hello. Only 60 viewers. I just started going live. Inverse, Mr. Cuz. I try to join on YouTube, but I can't. It's a members chat. Yeah, you know what? You should feel bullish if Mr. Cuz made his way back from his lair, from his lair in the cave, you know. So, is it over yet again? Yeah, it's over, Will. It's over. I've been doing really well with my trading lately, but I've hit 100% on my shorts and like 50% of my longs. And so what do we get from that? I mean, it could just be because, you know, the market's dumped since Bitcoin hit 124. But like I'm hangry right now, you know. I want some random crypto to pump like 50% so I can make some money off of it, shorting it. So I'm getting so bored of 4-year accumulation on VeChain. Hey, a year ago at this time, it was XRP, and look what happened with XRP. Let's see. Elon on X said end of 2025 is bearish, then deleted it. Alt season September, October, November. I don't care what Elon says about the markets. Unless he's going to shill Dogecoin again, then I care. Q4 starts September this year. All right. We'll see. And then Mr. Cuz says bull run is done. September is very bearish. All right. Alex, the junk coin permabear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is garbage. A lot of these cryptos are garbage. Now, there will be a time when I'm going to turn very bullish, but like right now, the junk coin permabear, I mean, shouldn't we all be permabears on junk coins? C Money J, thanks for the follow. You're a very smart man. You can short OAX because it's more than 50% up. I've never heard of OAX, and I don't know if it's available on Bitmart or BitUnix. Yeah, maybe I should be frequenting crypto bubbles. Ooh, this is juicy. Yeah, I want to short this, but I don't know if I can. But I'm gonna make a mental note. Short OAX, if I can. All right, I typed that into Google. I remember your plan last year was perfect, but they really played us so good. They did. They played us, man. 2025 is going to be the year where all of your wildest dreams come true. You're going to be millionaires. You're going to drive your Lambos. You're going to trade your 1992 Ford Taurus in for a Lamborghini. You're going to marry the girl of your dreams. You're living in a mansion. And no, that's not how it worked out. But guys, again, there will always be in this market, what this market has created since the creation of the Federal Reserve, since the depegging of the dollar from gold, since the introduction of quantitative easing, since the great financial debasement of 2020. We are in a clown world. And now, instead of slow and steady wins the race, all we have is euphoria and despair with very little in between. So there will be euphoria again. It's just a matter of when, so it is really crazy how price does change sentiment, and most people are emotional. Yeah, I feel good, man. I've been killing it this week, and I'm sorry. I know that sucks. If a lot of you are just buying and holding, I mean, my World Liberty Finance short is just killing it. I bought this one crypto that Sage and Shmoo were pumping, and there's probably still pumping it. And I put it into a concentrated liquidity market maker to collect fees. And the fees that I've collected on that are just insane. It's awesome. And my $200 to $1 million challenge is just blowing up. My wallet, I'm getting close to 10K in that. So sorry, guys, but I trade, I try to make money both ways. And World Liberty Finance, I'm still in my Yeezy short. That thing's been a moneymaker for me, not as much as I hoped it would be. It's holding up better than I thought it would. But my World Liberty Finance short is just, oh man, I'm jacked. So VeChain opinion, I think VeChain's gonna do well when the time comes. Probably not September, but hold on to it. Not financial advice. That's why I respect you. You were so clutch, but anyway, hope we make a comeback. Yeah, I am feeling good about Q4 for sure, man. Ghetto, thank you for the follow. Raj, thank you for the follow. Welcome back, boss man. Great to see you again. I'm live every day, but thank you, Strawberry Man. Chilloween. Yeah, all right. So I'm not going to look that up right now, Kyle, but is it a little too soon? Too late for a Halloween themed crypto. But guys, I have a decent amount of my portfolio. I mean, a lot of it's in Rismus still. I bought a Valentine's Day themed crypto. I bought an Easter themed crypto. I'm buying those now, you know. And there might be actually a way to make a living off of buying these cryptos and then selling them like a month, 2 weeks before the day. You cannot be holding those even a week before. So how does AVAX look? Let me look at AVAX. So I looked at AVAX yesterday. I really liked it. AVAX is holding up very well. I'm impressed given how poorly the market's been these last few weeks. You know, it just, the floor is rising. I'm actually going to set an alert on my trading view at $23.89. If I see Avalanche, not at 24.28, come on, 23.89. If I see Avalanche at 23.89, I'm probably going to open up a long or something. I'll reevaluate when it gets there. It's at 24.75 right now. What changed on your view on end of the year? I remember a few months ago you were convinced that it'd be bearish. Yeah, George Foreman, I know it's hard to keep up. It was probably 3 months ago that I made a video on this channel saying when the stock market did a V-shaped recovery and it put in a new all-time high, that was my invalidation. And so we saw that. And now, you know, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, even the Dow Jones and the Russell, they're all looking, they're still chugging along, that I'm like, there's no way crypto is gonna go to zero. What I thought was going to happen in the S&P, we saw that what happened earlier this year. I thought the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, they were all going to put in a lower high and we were going to start our way into a recession. But instead, you know, the economy looked strong for a little bit longer, and I'm very heavily using these quotations. And so that's what changed my view. I had an invalidation, and that invalidation hit. Why are you not uploading videos on YouTube? Let me think now. I had a video published this morning. I had a video published 2 days ago. I did 3 shorts on YouTube yesterday. I uploaded another one today. I have 2 more that will upload later today. So I don't know. We need to get into Sanacoin now. You know, Sanacoin is just straight up dead. But every year Sanacoin pumps. Not nearly as much as when it launched. But like that's the thing that kind of got me into Rismus. Was like I looked every year Sanacoin pumps. So I'm like, I'm going to buy Rismus in June. And if you look at Rismus's chart, it bottomed out in March. So you know what I'm going to do next March? I'm going to buy Rismus. Heard about Ondo Link partnership? No, I haven't. Long videos. I've published 2 videos this week, Isan. I'm not doing it every day, but I've done it this week. I just can't do it anymore every day. So, all right, worthless coin. What's worthless coin? Let me look at it here. I'm assuming it's some junk coin on Dex Screener. Worthless coin, $6.9 million market cap. How old is it? I mean, either this is a great place to enter or it's dying. I don't know, man. All right, it's on Moonshot. It was launched on Moonshot. Maybe there's something to this. I mean, volume's dying down. I'd just stay away from it. Yeah, Ondo Link partnership. I haven't heard anything about that. You know, the charts aren't knocking my socks off for Ondo at least. I mean, Link looks okay. I made a video about a short form video about Chainlink that I'll publish later today. Sean, thanks for the follow. But your long videos are killing, very informative. Yeah, I'll get like 400 views on my long videos. I mean, thank you, Asan. I'll continue being faithful, making a few videos every week, but I can't do it every day. Do you have any plan for this year? I'd like to hear what your thoughts on what will happen. I mean, again, September, you got to survive September. Every year it's the same thing. even last year was the best September ever. And then, but it started out really poorly. And then we rallied towards the end of the month and had a decent close. But in this year, you just got to survive September. I am under the assumption that October and November will be good. And then we'll see about December. I am not, I've deviated from this. There's a lot of things that I can show you. Follow me on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Looking at the business cycle, it's been weird. All right. So we've had this extended period of that we've just kind of been underwhelming. Monetary flow, the business cycle, but we are trending up, which makes me of the mindset that no, we're not really going to have this big blow off top fourth quarter, but we're going to have something similar to what we had fourth quarter of last year. And I think that's a lot of people are going to get really burned with that. Now, one thing that makes me think I might be wrong about that is looking at Bitcoin dominance and seeing Bitcoin dominance is in a downtrend. That we could, especially if we could get in the fourth quarter a new all-time high for Bitcoin while Bitcoin dominance is going down, then altcoins can do amazing. But I'm still thinking like it's not going to be 2021 or 2018. It's going to be a scenario where Coinbase is not going to be the number one app, but maybe more like the number 5 app, So if you don't know, when Coinbase is the number one app in the App Store, every time that's within like a week of the peak. But then these last two times in March of 2024 and in November of 2024, it got to the top 10. So Coinbase at the top 10 in the App Store, I'm a lot more cautious. VeChain been adding to for my ETH gains slowly. I don't think that's a bad idea. Altcoins haven't done squat for 4 months, but Bitcoin dominance is going down. So we see Ethereum hit a new all-time high, get into price discovery. That will rotate into alts. Short squeeze on gold, expecting it to go down. Huh. Okay. That actually would be a good thing for Bitcoin. Because, when gold pumps the way it pumps, it's like they take turns. Gold will pump, and then shortly after that, Bitcoin pumps. So if gold's going to go down from here, that's probably a good sign for Bitcoin. I'm kind of enjoying the slower chat today. I'm more at ease. It's overwhelming sometimes, especially when people spam in my live streams. It's not retail market, it's institutional. Yeah? Okay. Any thoughts on Celo after being a layer 2 on ETH and having some serious World War use cases? Celo's not bad. The chart's terrible, I'm assuming. Yeah, chart looks terrible. So give it some time. I'm sure Celo will do something. So if I understood you correctly, you are saying this will be an underwhelming season. Yeah, whenever I say something like that, you want clarity, and I'm not entirely willing to give you some clarity because you don't want to hear what I just said. So should I say it again? You'll be able to make gains. I think your gains will be pretty good. What I fear, though, is that the Moon Boys are going to come out of hiding, and they're going to talk about now is the time, the mother of all bull runs, and listen, I think between now and 2028, there's going to be an opportunity for tremendous gains, some 100Xs. But I'm not married to this idea that it has to happen in the fourth quarter. I could see it being very much like the last fourth quarter. A couple months after the rate cuts, we rally. For the first 2 to 3 months after the rate cuts, we rally. But then after that, we'll see. So I can start spamming if you need the juices flowing. Please no. Hello, Lewis Jackson. Like Ethereum won't hit $7,000. Man, you want very specific things from me. I can see Ethereum hitting $7,000. Have you been following Grass? Crypto seems to have bottomed at $0.7. I have not. No. Man, Grass. I haven't paid attention to Grass in a long time. Oh, gosh. Sure. You know what? I mean, it's flat right now, but is it bottomed? We'll see. I don't know. Good morning, G. Antonio, California. Do you see Link going to $18 in September? That seems low. I don't know, man. Let's see. Chainlink's $23.15. $18. It's possible. It's possible. Not that I would be setting a limit order at $18. Do you see Bitcoin dominance dropping to 40% by the end of the year? No, under 50%, but not 40%. Thank you, Some Mindset, for the follow. Crypto Watcher, thanks for the gift. XRP to the moon. Yeah, sure. Thoughts on DAG? I mean, I'm still sticking with my $8.92 price target for XRP. Oh, gosh. Guys, what do you, when you ask me for thoughts on these cryptos, do you want me to talk about fundamentally, do I like the crypto? Not really for DAG. DAG hasn't really done anything mind-blowing over the last 4 years. But then I look at the chart and I'm like, this chart's death. It's death. Gila, thanks for the follow. Meme coins will have their moment. Yes, they will. What's your best play for the bull run? It doesn't need to explode, but what you feel will grow. I guess I'll stick with VeChain, man. You know, I'm not, you're not talking about explosive growth. You're just talking about growth. You're talking about like, nothing's a sure thing, but, I'd say that's a pretty confident play. All right. GM Randy, any updates on HEEHEE? Nope. None. And I don't mean that like I've given up on HEEHEE. I'm just like, I'm so tired of like, it's not the season. None of our huge announcements have really done anything. I've put in tens of thousands of dollars into it. And the only thing that I can tell you is when the time to strike comes, we will be ready. That's what I'll say about HEEHEE. Lewis, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. Patriot Life 6, thanks for the follow. Eagles or Cowboys tonight? Man, gotta go Eagles, right? I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. I mean, I have a soft spot for the Eagles because they beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But like, Dak's healthy. I gotta go Eagles. Sure. I wouldn't be shocked if the Cowboys won. Super Bowl hangover. How high could Chainlink go? A lot of people are saying Chainlink's going to go crazy, shoot off to $100. My target's $48. We'll see. 68 cent ADA in September. Yeah, now I'm falling behind in the comments. Man. All right, 68 cents. It's possible. I'd be backing the truck up at 68 cents if it got there. But my guess is no, that it's not going to go to 68 cents. Thoughts on AXGT? I saw it's up big today. Don't touch it. There will be a time, but today is not that day. Yeah, I mean, it just keeps on going down. Like it'll have a spike like that and then just go right down. If I could short AXGT, I'd be shorting it right now. Waiting for HBAR to make me smile. Yeah, it'll bore you to death, and then just like XRP, and then it'll make you smile. Are we still on track with HEEHEE? Yes. Yes, VeChain. Yep. Let's see. Spec Travel, thanks for the follow. BMO, thanks for the follow in the heart. Good time to buy more VeChain, down 3%. Yeah, I mean, it can't really go all that much lower. Epic Chain, I'm assuming Epic Chain is still kind of struggling here. Let's see. It's not down huge. I don't know, man. I mean, it's just, it pumped really hard and now it's just right back down to the zone that it was in. I would say it can't go much lower, but you never know with these kind of cryptos. It's new, smaller market cap. So we'll see, hopefully. Oh man, World Liberty Finance, you are making me so happy. Sorry, I'm going to short on WLFI. He's a DCA play. Yes. Good morning, CJ. Hello, Anthony. Eagles, yeah. Are you going to the Bitcoin conference next year? Man, it's in Vegas. Probably not. You know, it was in Nashville. I took my whole family to Nashville. They explored the city. You know, I live close enough to Nashville, not super close. And Nashville's a vibe, man. Nashville is amazing. I loved it. But Vegas, I'm not taking my family to Vegas. You know, what are they going to do in Vegas? You know, and I don't want to go by myself. You know, but so probably not. Did you buy a Solana phone? No, I didn't know. What's the deal with Solana phone? Up on all, which one would you cash out of? XRP, Ondo, Link. Oh man, that's a good question. I guess I'd say Ondo. Like XRP and Link are much more sure deals for me. Ondo just has a lot of, you know, for me with newer utility, it's guilty until proven innocent. Although I have a lot of confidence with Ondo. I guess I'll say Ondo. All right. Wait, I need to see something here. All right. Alistair, thanks for the follow. For base memes like Toshi, Degen, KeyCat, how much more room do you think they have left? Hey, Degen Queen, what's up? Thanks guys for the gifts. I mean, it really depends on. Listen, we are going to rotate to meme coins. I have a lot of confidence in that. But and what is the intensity of that rotation? I would think multiple X's. You know, but we need some chips to fall in place right now. I mean, right now we're focused on utility, which is a good thing. So, all right, Zebek. I just don't know what to say about Zebek because it's still up huge from, you know, where it was in April. I think what's best case scenario for Zebek is it's just going to consolidate for a really long time and then maybe put in another leg higher. Helium's a scam, but you know, there's lots of scams in crypto. So what's up with the chart? The chart looks terrible. So many of these charts look terrible. I can't recommend now. Oh, it's bottom. Get in. Nah. 3,500 ETH out of the question in September. VeChain or Pengu has more X's in it. Probably Pengu, but VeChain's a safer play. 3,500 ETH, it could happen. I don't think so. I would not be scared at all if Ethereum got to 3,500. I would think more likely what would happen, you know, it would be a back test of a 4-year trend line that it broke through recently. That's 3,790 or so, 3,800. You're welcome. Nuno, thoughts on Near, H-bar or Link for Bullrun if you had only one? I guess I'd say H-bar. But I'm not as bullish on Link as everyone else is, so I do like Link. Near, I mean, at least it's higher than where it was in April and in June, but I mean, there's nothing about Near that like screams buy right now. And just another death chart. Let's see. AVT. Hey, you're back. I'm not going to look at AVT. I looked at it yesterday, and then you asked me to look at it again, and it looked good. Oh, IO. It looks dead. You guys keep asking me to look at these charts or look at these cryptos. They all look terrible. Stick, guys, don't have anything to do with these junk coins for now. There will be a time. For me, like I said, it's all large caps and meme coins. It's all that I'm touching. I mean, I know it's for a lot of you, it's depressing right now, but you got to think about this. Like, all right, Bitcoin has had a typical run. Ethereum did hit a new all-time high. Solana's chart looks really strong. XRP hit a new all-time high. Binance hit a new all-time high. Those are the top 5 cryptos right there. All right, so if you were just holding the top 5 cryptos, you wouldn't be so miserable. But then like a lot of OGs look really good, like Aave, Bitcoin Cash. What else, man? I mean, there's you look at total 3 and total 2 and you're probably confused. Like, wait a second, these charts look really good. Well, that's why. Because the big ones are doing well. They've been doing well, but these other cryptos just look terrible. So are you gonna keep following this garbage, But then there's meme coins that will randomly pump out of that's the play for me at least. Ondo $2 or $3, yeah, something like that. What has more upside, Doge or AVAX? AVAX. I say that with a lot of conviction, even though I love Dogecoin. Let's go Bears. Thanks for the follow. Bears 85, maybe the greatest NFL team of all time. Hello, Benji. Good morning, Greg. TRWA. I looked at that yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's too new for me to really give any thoughts. This could do anything. I can't give you any thoughts on that. Which memes would you look to rotate into? For me, it's just plays right now because a lot of the older meme coins are bleeding. But like I bought this crypto, not that it's a meme. It's not a meme coin apparently. I just bought into this crypto that Shmoo and Sage were shilling. I bought in at like 2 million. It's currently at 5.5 million. It got up to 7 million. And then I put that into a concentrated liquidity market maker, and the fees that I collected on that were insane. And I still have it in there. So that's all. I mean, I'm doing like some CLMMs, which I know most of you have no idea what that is. And then like for me, like a lot of the meme coins, it's the holiday themed meme coins. Like Rismus. I have a huge bag of Rismus. It's just, this is the market. This is what you're giving me. That's what I'm going to take. But then like so many altcoins and like even like Fartcoin looks terrible. Popcat looks terrible. Pengu's been holding up pretty well. Let's see. If it was not me buying XRP at 22, 30, and 45, I'd be struggling. Yeah. What about White Rock and White Net? White Rock's a scam, isn't it? I mean, I'm still trying to learn. I mean, I'm not trying to learn anymore. White Rock's a scam, though. So, got any thoughts on HBAR? Point of indecision. A lot of these ISOs are a point of indecision. It's going to do the same thing that XRP does. And XRP is at a point of indecision. I just made an XRP video. Check that out. Litecoin ETF approval catalyst belief is half my portfolio at the moment. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Lightrock doesn't have... I'm sorry. Litecoin is a pretty safe buy right now. I don't think it's going to go all that much lower than where it is. Can we buy Crow now? Why do you... Man, if you buy Crow, you're going to get really bored with it because I don't think it's going to do anything special. And I did say, again, anything special, like meaning over the next few weeks. I think it is going to go over $1. But so it's going to go over $1, maybe. It's at 26 cents. Should you buy it? Sure. I will be more interested in crypto.com at 20 cents. Thoughts on Arweave? Death. It's just pure death. That's what Arweave is. I mean, it actually looks a little bit better than death. Whatever is higher than death, that's Arweave. Or that's Arweave. Toshi, man, I haven't looked at Toshi. Actually, I sold some Toshi recently. I had some, and the chart looks pretty good. It doesn't look that bad. It looks like it's just in a steady uptrend. I had to sell it to pay some bills. It just kills me inside when I have to do stuff like that. Sold, good to buy now. Solana. I mean, Solana's been pretty strong lately. What's it at? 206. I would think that Solana's a pretty decent entry. XRP inflation is not good. VeChain has great metrics, no inflation. Yes, and VeChain will probably outperform XRP from here. Doge or SHIB? SHIB might. I'm losing faith in SHIB. I'll stick with Doge. Do you like Flare? I don't like the Flare chart. I have a fair bag of Ondo, like the concept, but adoption is lagging. Give it time. How high do you see Brett going back to? Probably an all-time high. You think Q4 is alt season? I think it's something. I already talked about that. Everyone will miss the run waiting for the crash to buy. I'm surprised from the questions. Okay. Is AVAX a buy now? It's close to a buy. Man, you guys, a lot of you are spamming. I'm just trying to get through the questions here, man. But a lot of you are spamming. So you're making it much more difficult for me. You know? I'm holding bonk long term. Okay. I mean, I think that'll work out for you. Foregone. Sorry, I missed I was away from the chat, but thank you for the super chat. Uniswap, would I long Uniswap right now? I think you'd be all right if you longed Uniswap right now. I mean, listen, I'm looking at how it bounced off that 100-day EMA. I'd wait for a bounce off the 100-day. That's 915. So, but I think you'll be all right. Don't do high leverage. Foregone. All right, let me spam. Let me roll through these comments. I own SHIB and Pepe and Whiff. All right, good luck. Nikki, thanks for the follow. What do you think about Crow with the new deal with Trump and Truth Social? I already talked about that. Keyboard Cat, I think that's going to do well when the time comes. Privacy coins will be the future, I think. Give it some time, a long time. The whole market right now ready to bleeding more. Sure. Yeah, keep Solana. Man, VeChain or Chainlink? VeChain. For returns, at least. Tay, thanks for the follow. All right, I'm just going to have to go down to the bottom of the chat because you guys are spamming. So how do I become a YouTube member so I don't have to keep paying for the super chat? There's a button. There should be a button. It's easy. Sometimes it's not available on your phone. You can't see it, but there's a button that says join. That's how you become a member. G Swift. What is this? What do you want? What do you want from me? Do you want me to tell you, like, I know nothing about these cryptos, like a crypto like G Swift fundamentally. I look at the chart. The chart looks, it looks like it. I have nothing for you. Could this just all of a sudden explode out of nowhere? Yeah, sure, yes. But what do you want from me? You want me to tell you a bag holder? You want me to tell you that everything's going to be okay and pat you on the head? I just can't do that. What do you think Bitcoin comes back to in the bear market? Listen, that's a complicated answer. And the reason why is because I wouldn't be surprised if what happens is like, everyone with their, 2025 is the bull run, 2026 is the bear market mindset. They're going to sell their Bitcoin and they're going to think like, all right, it's going to go down to $50,000 below the previous cycle peak like it did in 2022, below the previous cycle peak. And then they're going to get blown over. They're going to get left in the dust. Because if you ask me where I think Bitcoin is going to between now and the 2028 halving, it's a very high number. It's like if you told me Bitcoin is going to be $400,000 in 2027, I would not be surprised at all. So what's the bear market? In that case, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin went to something like $80,000, $90,000 in 2026, and everyone's expecting it to go to $50,000, $60,000, something like that, and they just get blown away, left behind, and then but then altcoins just get destroyed in 2026, except for Ethereum and other ones that have ETFs, So anyway, do what you will with that answer. When do you think there will be a bear market? I mean, crypto is so fascinating right now because if you look at altcoins, a large majority of them are just straight up in a bear market. So how about now? But then when do I think the ones that are not looking dead are going to be in a bear market? I wouldn't be surprised for altcoins 2026. For Bitcoin, who knows, man? Especially with these ETFs. Who knows? Velodrome or Velo? There's two different ones. Velodrome, at least, there's some hope with Velodrome. I mean, it looks dead, but at least it's not continuing to go lower, Grab a hold of some of that for a dead cat bounce. Velo doesn't look as good. Bro, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that about Crow? I asked Q, but it lagged when you answered. I don't remember. I mean, I said I think Crow's going over $1, but I also said I'm more interested in it at 20 cents. So where do you think Bitcoin is dipping to? Right now? I don't know. I mean, the 20-week SMA is kind of where I think the bottom would be for Bitcoin. Or are you talking about in the bear market foregone? 20-week SMA is at like 108. Tell us about your exit strategy. I'm not a good exit strategy guy. I'm sorry. It pumps, I exit. And I'm not a huge hodler, especially with these altcoins. I'll hodl Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana. But I'm so much more of a trader. And, right now I'm in a short on World Liberty Finance. I'm so happy about that. Appreciate the knowledge you share. Yeah. 35K or less in the bear market. I wouldn't rule that out as a possibility eventually. Who knows? Greg thinks 75 is the lowest. MUTM. I don't see it on TradingView. I can't check it out. Sorry, Bri. Thoughts on Pinlink? It's the same thing. Every day that I get a question about Pinlink, it's the same thing. I give the same thoughts. It's just ranging. It had a false breakdown, false breakout. It's just ranging. Eventually, I do like Pinlink a lot fundamentally. Do you like Chainlink? Yeah, well, yes. I think it's a great crypto to be holding right now. I don't think it's going to go to $100. Like a lot of people are saying $100. I don't think so. I have a $48 price target. Do you believe in a ghost month that nothing goes up until October? September is usually flat. We could see that. Why aren't you as bullish on Chainlink as most, and why VeChain instead? I'm just thinking rate of return. Chainlink's a much larger market cap crypto than VeChain. Why are people saying 105K? I have no idea. I don't know. So Chainlink, maybe I just need to get over it. I mean, I bought some Chainlink in December of 2020. It was $25. It peaked at 50 something, 53. Most cryptos in December of 2020, if you did them, I was disappointed with Polkadot. Polkadot, I bought at $6 in December of 2020. It only did an 8x. And Chainlink only doubled. I mean, Dogecoin did a 300x. Bitcoin did more than a 3x. Chainlink, from December of 2020 until its peak, underperformed Bitcoin. I tend to just think of Chainlink as a good crypto to trade, but it's a slow mover. So that's why I don't like Chainlink as much as anyone else, at least. Just ranging, Breton memes overall. I wouldn't say ranging. I'd say bleeding right now. But I would not say ranging. I hope you stay here on TikTok and platform supports you. I would love to not get banned, but this guy's going after everybody, demanding ransom, and I'm not going to pay him. So, are you sponsored by any crypto? I've disclosed hey, so-and-so sent me some supply to talk about it, but at this moment, no, I don't have anything on my. This show is brought to you by Pendle. First time I ever talked about Pendle, they paid me, and I fell in love with Pendle. And ever since then, I mean, that was a year and a half ago. That was almost 2 years ago, actually. And ever since then, I've just been like, I love Pendle. So that was a good investment on their part. They might not realize it. But no, right now I've got nothing. Bitcoin in bear is 618, sits at 57,528. I could see that. 10 odd share. Thank you so much. 39.73 liquidity sweep for ETH. Chances in favor we get there. Yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, that would be an odd location given recent price action. Because, like, it's been holding pretty well at like 4,300. So, DOT is making me sad right now. Oh, man, I'm sorry, but, like, you should have listened to me. Polkadot's trash. Now, is there hope that, you know, you could get some X's in Polkadot at the right time? Can you check Happy Cat? No. Is the bull run over or what? I will never declare a bull run over in September of the post-halving year. Never, ever. I actually did type in Happy Cat. I don't see anything even on Deck Screener. Ondo price target. How about $2 to $3? Bitcoin 786, 39,383 on non-log scale. Okay. We're going to 3,400 for ETH. It's a red day. We're going to 3,400. It's a green day. New all-time highs are imminent. That DOT video is still valid, LOL. Yeah, what did I say about Polkadot? Yeah. Okay, I don't remember exactly what I said. But, like, I'm looking at the chart. It's not like, you know, it doesn't have much lower to go. It's just you got to be patient with Polkadot. Don't you think the narrative for Link is stronger than 2020? Maybe. Partnerships. All right, partnerships. Listen, DT, I'm a huge skeptic of crypto in general. That's why, you know, narrative for Chainlink in 2025 versus 2020. I just I've gotten very skeptical. Sometime around 2023, I did a deep dive into a lot of cryptos. And nothing about Chainlink that I'd be like, oh, Chainlink sucks. But my conclusion was just it's all fluff. It's all, except, you know, I mean, Bitcoin, I love Bitcoin. And then there's good in this, you know, but what we're hoping for is that this big wave of suckers will come in, and then they'll be our exit liquidity, and we'll dump our bags on them, and then they'll cry and we'll be happy. That's crypto. That's kind of lame, you know, and I'm in it, so I'm calling myself lame. But one day it will not be like this. What do you think about Epic Chain Do? I think it's very bullish. I like Epic Chain. I like, based off of the answer that I just gave you, I like what they can, the level of excitement that they can generate. Is it altcoin season? Bitcoin dominance is in a bear market. You know, does that mean it's altcoin season? It doesn't feel like it. I would say we need Ethereum to break its all-time high, and then it'll feel a lot more like altcoin season. Yeah, jobs report out at 8:30 Eastern time. I wouldn't be surprised if today's sell-off was in anticipation of the jobs report. We're just kind of holding on because, like, jobs report last month, the market dumped really hard after that jobs report. So I think people are just kind of clenching right now. Not at 1,000, not selling. Yeah, not 1,000 in this live stream. There will be 1,000 in this live stream. All right, I sold after that video. I'm so happy I did. Save me about 10K. Case, I don't even remember what video we were talking about. Was it my YouTube video with polka dot price prediction or what? I'm really curious. R. Don, thanks for the follow. I wouldn't be short till 8 p.m. then go long. Yeah, maybe. Thoughts on alts when will pick up? Not in September. You know, well, no. Could it happen in September? Let's see Ethereum hit a new all-time high, get into price discovery. Then altcoins will wake up. It's ETH season, yeah. I followed you since last bull market. Is this a new account? Yeah, my main account got banned. Someone's going around and people are actually paying him. He's reporting old videos, wanting $3,000, and I'm like, screw you. I don't need, these people who paid him, it's like their TikTok accounts are their source of living. They have their big following on TikTok. They look for any way to pump some random coin, and they get paid for it, and that's how they make a living. I do not need, I make a living, I can make a living trading. For me, there's been a lot of times that I've thought about giving up on this, which I know I'm not going to, but like just so that I could focus full-time on trade. I think I'd be in a better financial position right now if I was focusing full-time on trading. So no, I'm not going to pay some random Middle Eastern guy $3,000 so that he stops reporting my videos. Thoughts on WLFI and entry point? Do not buy WLFI, please. It's a falling knife right now. And I can't, I'm excited to get off this live stream and check on the progress of my short. I'm shorting it because it was at a $23 billion market cap. I'm like, this thing is not worth anywhere near $23 billion. I'm sorry. And I voted for Trump. So there's only one way to go down. I'm holding this until under 10 billion and then we'll see. So there's my thoughts. Are you sure we'll still get to 1,000 viewers at the top on new account? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing every time. In May of 2021, my account had 30,000 followers. I got 1,000 viewers in my live stream. In November of 2021, my account had 100,000 followers. I got to 1,000 viewers in my live stream. In March of 2024, my account had 150,000 followers. I got to 1,000 viewers in my live stream. Not more than that. I would have thought more, but no. So yes, even on this account, what will happen is people get excited. They'll be scrolling through TikTok. The algorithm will bring them to crypto, or they'll be looking for crypto, and they'll stop and watch this live stream. Tut a lot of wastemen. I don't know what you're saying, Ardon. What's a good entry point on Solana? It's at 204. I mean, maybe now. You know what? I would wait for the 20-day EMA. Right now, that's at 190, 199. And, each day it'll rise, but that seems like it's been holding it as a good level of support. Is Bitcoin dominance just rotating into USDT dominance? The Bitcoin dominance chart that I look at does not account for stable coins. So no, it's not. Hello, sir. Thanks for what you're doing. Do you think ETH has to visit 3,500 before all-time high? It doesn't have to, no. It could. I don't think it will. How's XRP chart looking? Bull flag on daily. Bitcoin retesting. Paul, I just published an XRP video before going live on this channel. Hey, Alex, when alt season? I don't know. Never. I'm joking. Everybody thinks, what's PTB? What is that? Everybody thinks September. will be a big bear. I say it's going to be bullish because everyone's bearish. I've thought something similar. I can't give any thought. This is, I see a 2-day old chart, PTB. I have no idea what this is. All right, yeah, let's see. But now you have 4K Astrobits, I'm telling you. Just wait. And let's say that this live stream gets to 500 viewers, which I'm sure it will. How about you just sell then? You want to be cautious, sell at that time. LCF, thanks for the follow. LCX 40 cents coming soon. All right, you know, LCX's chart doesn't look that bad. So we'll see. Bro, are you into Bitcoin strategies? What do you think about SQNS stock? I'm not. I don't own any. I've never owned any. I've never even owned MicroStrategy, although I wish I did. I wish I bought some in the bear market. It went from $13 up to $400. Listen, MicroStrategy is done for this cycle. It already peaked, even with Bitcoin, even if Bitcoin hits 155,000 or something like that. So I don't know what that means for like SQNS or something like that, but there will be a time to buy those. In the bear market, I'll buy those, but not right now. Solana, $5. It got to 7. Last bear markets, $5 sounds low. If Bitcoin didn't dip as much as Uni, gets to 915, should I wait for a further dip? Let's not worry about Bitcoin when it comes to a Uniswap long. I gave you my entry. Portal to Bitcoin. What? LCX to $1. We'll see. Looks like we all who invested in altcoins in 2024, we are toast. There's nothing happening. September is that kind of month where you're going to say something like that. You know, I've given my thoughts on that. You know, the larger cap altcoins, the top 5 altcoins have had a really good run recently. So what did you buy? Did you buy some random coin that some shiller was going to tell you was going to 100x, or did you buy something? Because I've been saying over and over again, large caps or blue chips and meme coins. And I have none of this garbage that you guys are bag holding. I have none of it. What makes you bullish on VeChain? One, good tokenomics. 2, real world usage. Their metrics are increasing. I did a lot of research on that a while ago. And I just have confidence that it's due at least for a retrace. You know? At least to a move to, you know, what's the 236 even? 236 is 7.5 cents. Now, it did already go there in 2024, but given the direction of that Bitcoin dominance is going, it would make sense to me that it would at least get there. So those are my thoughts on VeChain. What's your absolute goated junk coin? I don't know. Do you think this live is going well because Forgone isn't here? Forgone is here, man. Forgone is always here. You know, I know one day I'm going to be in the shower and Forgone is going to find a way to like text some words to me that I'm going to see like when I'm in my shower. Give me the perfect entry for Uniswap. When Bitcoin dominance drops below 55%, alt season. Bitcoin just declined 110. Okay. Should probably get a dog. Thanks for the follow. I bought like 50 different coins. I'm up only on Sui, so call me unlucky. Yeah. Or, I mean, 50 different coins, so you bought a lot of garbage. Chainlink topped this cycle, $48. Chainlink, $141. Okay. AVT, $1.62. Okay. Are you getting in on a Gemini IPO? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't thought about that until you just asked that question. So, do you think the BlackRock XVM hype was an XLM typo? Maybe. Maybe. But that's the one that I bought that, Shmoo and Sage have been shilling. And that's the one that's in the liquidity pool. Let's see. During this live stream, so I have made in this concentrated liquidity market maker. Let me look this up real quick. Which I'm not going to explain what a concentrated liquidity market maker is. Oh my goodness, come on. Of all times, now Meteor is taking a long time to load. My goodness, come on. All right, so I put this in a CLMM. And so far, I put like $500 worth of XVM and Solana into a liquidity pool yesterday. I earned $392.94 in fees paid out in XVM and Solana. I claimed that this morning before going live, and ever since going live, basically, I've earned another $33 in fees collected on this crypto. And I know you guys are going to be hitting me up, man. How do I do this? How do I get in? Man. Look up DLMM. Try to find a YouTube video explaining how to do it. Bitcoin going to 95K. Okay. Any thoughts on how market could react to the passage signing of the Clarity Act? Boogeyman, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sorry, man. Poor foregone. Bitcoin dominance topping. Didn't it already top? It's still very much in a downtrend. Thank you so much, DT. Really appreciate that. Any Bitcoin target? For 2025, 155,000, but I wouldn't be surprised if we already peaked. That means nothing for altcoins. Altcoins can still kill it. For this cycle between now and 2028, 300, 400,000, something like that. Really appreciate it, DT. Do you hold long-term anything besides Bitcoin? No. I mean, because it's, the meme coin, I'll do some HEEHEE. I'll hold some HEEHEE long-term, always. You think good time to get in WLFI? No. Dude, did you miss my response or was that not you? WLFI is a falling knife. Don't get into WLFI right now. Wow, that's insane. Yeah. DLMM, not MN. Donkey, Larry, Mary. DLMM. Still time to enter WLFI short. It's probably going lower. I mean, at this point, I do pretty low leverage, like 1 or 2x. Thinking of moving everything I have into Pengu, you think it'll 3 or 4x? I think so. I think that's a terrible idea, though. Stream with Ski tomorrow? Probably. I'm assuming, yeah. I would assume so. Can you describe your process for estimating the ceiling for cryptos this run? Oh man, it's a long explanation. Let me just say, I mean, it's not that, when I say a price target, it's based off of like a couple hours of research per crypto that I did in 2024, and a lot of those I've thrown out, but some of them still are very much intact. And I look at historic market cap dominance for each crypto. I try to assess what will this crypto put in a higher market cap dominance than it did in 2021 or lower market cap dominance. I look at tokenomics. I look at supply. There's a lot that goes into it that for me to just be like, yeah, let me tell you, there's a lot that goes into it. What's your bottom target in Bitcoin dominance? 46%. Under 50%. I just don't know, Astrobit. It's different this time. Market move. What are you talking about, Multani? Except YZY. AI Fabulous. I don't know what you're saying, but I'm in a short on YZY. I've been on it since like the day after it launched. Bitcoin gold looks like it's going down. I mean, gold's going up, Bitcoin's going down. But then after gold goes up, Bitcoin tends to go up. The coin you were talking about, just Santa or Santa hat? Ooh, don't touch Santa coin. No. But it was Santa coin. It's a Binance coin from 2021. I rotated out Bitcoin below 59% dominance into ETH, sold 50-50 too soon. I'm never a fan of selling Bitcoin for other things, but like that should make you gains. Do you think VeChain will hit its previous all-time high? No. Well, it could. I'm going to guess no. Is DLMM a crypto or a website? Neither. It's a liquidity pool. It's a specific type of liquidity pool on Meteora.com. So you go to Meteora.com and look it up. And try to find a YouTube video talking about how to do a DLMM. Is Prime dead? Is Melania goodbye? Dude, I looked up Melania coin last week and I was blown away. The volume, it was less than $1 of buy volume and $30,000 of sell volume. It was hilarious. So no, it's not. It's never going to be a good buy. All right, VThor. So what about VThor? I mean, right now it's doing literally nothing. I wouldn't be surprised if volume was very low on this. I mean, VThor is not like VeChain with its tokenomics. It's actually pretty highly inflationary. So what do you think about Sui and also Suimon, the Pokemon meme? I think there's life left in Sui. I think Sui is going to go higher. I would not expect it to I would not expect Sui to do like a 4 or 5x. It's very highly inflationary. And then I have some Suimon, so I like that too. All right, guys, I've been live for well over an hour now. I'm going to be done. Unfortunately, it's not time for me to eat lunch. I'm starving, intermittent fasting. Sorry if I missed any of your comments, but I'll see you next time. Have a good one.